Good day everyone! Welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to factor polynomials with common factors. So let's have an example.
Okay, so let's start first with this example. So first we have 3x plus 12. Now in factoring common monomial factors, first thing that we need to do is to identify the number of terms. We have, in this case, we have two terms. We have 3x and positive 12. Now, let's identify the greatest common factor of the two terms. So, we know that our greatest common factor of these two is 3. So, we need to factor out our greatest common factor, which is 3, and divide it to the original polynomial. So 3x divided by 3, we have x, and 12, positive 12 divided by 3, we have positive 4. So the factored form of 3x plus 12 will be 3 times x plus 4. And that will be our factored form. Okay, let's have another example. For example, we have x cubed y raised to 5 plus x squared y raised to 7. Okay, so first thing that we need to do is to identify the greatest common factor of all the terms in our group. So first thing that we need to do is to identify the greatest common factor. So what is our greatest common factor? For a variable, all we need to do is to copy all the variable present in each term. So what are the variable, or what is or are the variable that are present in our given polynomial? So in this case, we have the variable x and the variable y. So we need to copy, for the exponent of our variable, we need to copy the lowest exponent of each variable. So for x, what's the lowest exponent present here? So we have 2. So we need to copy that. That will be our exponent of x for our greatest common factor. For y, the lowest exponent of y in our given polynomial is 5. So our greatest common factor will be x squared y raised to 5. Now, in factoring, we will factor out the greatest common factor, which is x squared y raised to 5. And then, we're going to have another grouping symbol. Inside the grouping symbol will be the remaining factor or the other factor. So, all we need to do is to divide the original term from our greatest common factor. We're going to apply the loss of exponent, which is the quotient rule. So for the first term, we will have x plus, for the second term, we will have y raised to 2. So our final answer will be x squared y raised to 5 times x, or times the quantity of x plus y squared. And that's our final answer. Okay, let's have another example. For example, we have 12x squared plus 4xy minus 8x. So, we're going to factor this. Now, how are we going to factor this? First thing that we need to do is to identify the greatest common factor. So, in this case, let's look at the numerical coefficient. Okay, first, the numerical coefficient. 12, 4, and 8. What do you think is the greatest common factor of 12, 4, and negative 8? That is 4. Okay, so we will get 4. And then, let's look at the variable. Can you identify the variable that is present to each term? So, it is the variable x. Now, let's identify the lowest exponent of x. In this case, our lowest exponent of x is 1. So after identifying our greatest common factor, which is 4x, we will now divide each term by our greatest common factor to get the other factor. So in this case, we will have the following. So 12x squared divided by 4x, we will have 3x. Positive 4xy divided by 4x, that will be positive y. And negative 8x divided by 4x, it will be equal to negative 2. And our final answer will be 4x times 3x plus y minus 2.
Now that you already know how to factor polynomials with a common factor, it's your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box in order for you to test your skills in this topic. So click it and try to answer our practice exercise. Now that's it for today. I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace.